lonesome. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Amir Shane, please let me explain. Amir Shane means you're grand. Amir Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the Shane means you're grand. Amir Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land.
Greetings from the Andrews sisters. I'm Patty.
I'm Maxine.
And I'm Laverne.
Say Bella, Bella, even September bar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain. Amir Shane, so kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. I say that you will understand.
Hello, everyone, and we are live.
Hey.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of That 20-Somethings Show. It's me, Sundance Streams, and we've got Papa Labaloo over there hanging out with us. So,
yeah, Dr. Harmon, it's so nice to see you again.
It's so nice to see you as well.
I haven't seen you in, 2 days?
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. We've got a new look. Do you want to talk about it?
Yes,
No.
I actually just started shaving.
No.
Got a trim.
Not what we mean.
I found my cardigans.
Our stream has an entirely new look to it. Go figure. We're doing weird things now.
Well, I mean, we always were. It's just
We're just
making
advertising it now.
Yeah.
We're just doing it publicly.
We're getting it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes perfect sense. But yeah, hi folks. How you guys doing today? We are here to talk to you, Legend of Linz. You are still playing Catan. Have fun. Enjoy your Catan sesh. And yeah, thanks for having us tabbed. We appreciate it. But yeah, we're here to talk to you a little bit about Superstitions today. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Then we'll talk about stuff.
Matt is winning. So
Matt is always winning.
Matt is always winning. It's the best.
Yeah.
So I am going to take just a moment of time to make sure, number one, Matt and Legend of Linz, you guys can hear us just fine, correct? I just want to make sure before you go away. Only not in Minecraft. That is true. I just want to make sure that our audio is fine because I was having major problems with it yesterday. Major problems. And I'm hoping that they are generally fixed. Generally fixed?
Oh, generally fixed. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, salute your fellow officers. But anyway, so yeah, yes, we sound fine. Well, as fine as we can sound. Yeah, thanks a lot. But anyway.
Am I too close to the microphone?
Maybe a little. Anyway. So anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I do want to give a few shout outs because yesterday when I tried to give those shout outs, my audio was all kinds of wonky. So, people who have followed in between last stream, not counting yesterday, in between last stream and today, we have Shannon6433, thanks so much for the follow. Wesley the Beast, thank you so much for the follow. Kat McDowell, thank you for the follow. What a Waste 2, thank you so much for the follow. And Sweet Tooth Music Production, thank you so much for the follow, guys. We really appreciate it, all of the support and everything. We're up to 76 followers. It's crazy. It's crazy town.
You know, I don't think I've ever had that many people follow me anywhere.
yeah, right?
It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what to do.
Imagine walking down the
myself.
street and just have like this line of 70.
I can't
people.
even count that high, Matt. That's great.
That's a big 7 number.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. It's crazy. It's pretty ridiculous. But thank you guys so much for your support. It means a lot to us, and it keeps us wanting to do what we do. Because
we would have done it anyway.
Yeah.
It's so nice to have people who care about it.
Yeah, I mean, we would have done it anyway, but, you know, you being here makes us feel less depressed about doing it. So that's super nice. We feel validated. Which is what we.
Which
really
in the
want.
end, isn't that what we're all looking for?
All looking for a little validation, man.
Yeah.
I'm totally here for it. But yeah.
A father figure, who knows?
But thank you guys so much for all of the support. We really do appreciate it. And it is that kind of support that actually brought us to change the look of our stream and do this kind of stuff. We've got a whole new look, so tell us how you like it in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube and in chat. Yeah.
To me, like the thing that really drew me in about it was just how nostalgic and it reminded me of the Looney Tunes. You know.
Oh yeah.
100% Looney Tune vibe, and I'm here for that.
That's all, folks. Yeah.
I did that at work one day. Well, not Porky. I was trying to do Bugs Bunny because I do this thing at work where my coworker he looks just like a possibility of what I would look like in my 30s is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And so they confuse us a lot. You know, they'll call me Carlos, they'll call him Pablo. So sometimes I just yes-anded and go like, yeah, I'm Carlos, and that's when I feel I can do my less vanilla jokes on people.
Jesus.
And, you know, people like Carlos now. Like, they think he's great.
That's so bad. That's so great,
But
though.
I,
I love
you know,
that.
I also I told Carlos and another person, one of the residents there, that I was talking to. I said, yeah, sometimes I pretend that we're related, so just to confuse people a little more. And then she said, I have a son just like you. Just watch out, you. And I was like, yeah, ain't I a stinker?
Nice.
To
Typical.
which she didn't even recognize it. I'm like, first of all, Bugs Bunny's been around forever. Where have you been?
Right? What rock have you been living under? And secondly, no, that's great. That's super funny. What time is it?
With you or me?
I just totally got
Or with Matt?
confused. With Matt. No. No, I'm just kidding. I just totally lost all track of time. It's gone. We've been talking.
Wasn't
for
that
a
long of a
I know.
story.
It was such a long story, Pablo. My God, I could barely get through it. No. You could have been like, by the way, I did this impression at work once, and the woman I did it to didn't recognize it, and I would have been like, cool.
No.
That was the
I
story.
wanted to give you the whole context.
Thank you so much for that, Pablo.
Well, I don't know. I think it's the fact that
This is the stuff that people come here to see.
no. I've gotten used to. I've gotten used to people. People like Greg or Steven, when we say we reference just something brief that happened earlier today that we thought was funny, and they go, I like that story.
Yeah.
So
right.
then you feel this pressure of like, well, maybe I should add detail to it. Make it a story.
Full stories are the way to go.
So
No,
yeah,
it's
you got to add to it.
But speaking about Bugs Bunny, Lucky Rabbit's foot. Let's talk about some superstitions.
Yo,
you
nice
like that
segue.
segue? Yeah, you like that? I worked on it for a minute. It was good. But yeah, so let's talk about some superstitions here. I understand that there are a lot of people out in this world that are far more superstitious than I am.
Oh yeah.
I'm not very superstitious at all.
Can I say, I'm a little superstitious. I'm not gonna do the Office reference. I've heard it way too much lately. But but like I'm a tad bit superstitious. I'll own up to that. And of course I'm rational and skeptic about a lot of other things. But at work, dude, I don't know what it is about it. It's turned me very superstitious because, I used to joke around like at first, like they were saying, oh, it's going to be an easy day. I'm like, yeah, let's knock on wood. And like, I started doing that. And from then on, those days just having to line up with that. It's like, it's an easy day. Not a lot is going on. And so one day I didn't do it. And Carlos said, because we had a horrible day that day. The Wi-Fi was down. It was Super Bowl Sunday. People were anxious to do things, and Carlos just said, I think it's your fault. You didn't knock on the you didn't knock on the wood. You didn't knock on the drawer again.
That's true.
So like now I'm paranoid over like, okay, I need to knock every fucking time I'm there.
Yes, as Michael Scott said, I am not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Oh, geez. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just like that, you put yourself in that kind of situation. You gotta do it. You gotta knock on wood. I actually probably knock on wood more than I realize. I almost forgot.
Yeah, otherwise you're rude.
Yeah, well, no, as in a superstitious context.
Just walk into my house. Hey man,
what's up?
I'm in a back towel. Jacob, get out of here.
Did I ever tell you about my door-to-door campaigning style? I just walk in. Hey! Hey, folks! Vote for me!
I picture this. We're going to derail, but I picture this as a scene in a movie where, somebody's like leaving a pie out on the windowsill just to let it cool. You got the nice music and everything like, da, 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 da. And they're putting out the pie. And then all of a sudden you go, hey, you pop out from the bushes. Vote for me.
Hey.
They run away and scream. You take the pie casually and just like walk to the next house. You can hear, they can hear you from the distance. Hey, vote for me.
I just come home with a collection of goods that I have stolen from people's windowsills. It's fantastic.
Now they'll have to vote for me.
Now they'll have to vote for me if you want your stuff back. But yeah, No,
but you were saying, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We derail on this show. It's fine. It's a show. But anyway, yeah, I was saying that I probably, as much as I say I'm not really superstitious, and I wouldn't consider myself superstitious at all. I don't know that knocking on wood actually holds water, but I definitely do it. Like it happens. I'm like, hey, knock on wood,
Yeah.
let's not jinx that. So yeah, I definitely do that, and. What's the other one? Oh, that I was just thinking of, and it's gone now. Oh well, we'll come back to it, I'm sure.
Probably. Was it? Were you thinking some more in the realms of a lucky charm
No,
or straight up superstition?
I was thinking more along the lines of like one of those common superstitions that
Okay.
like weirdly enough I tend to avoid cracks on the concrete.
Dude, I'm very anal about that. Okay, I've gotten so much better at it. Like I've started caring less in these past years, thankfully. But when I was younger, dude, that a lot of my anxiety just came from like really trying to avoid these cracks.
Yeah. For me, it's almost impossible because I have a brick walkway from where I live. So it's like I either have to take
So
really
I took
tiny
a ballet to tiptoe
Yeah,
perfectly.
right? So yeah. So, but in general, like on big sidewalk pieces, I try not to step on cracks, which is an
Dude,
interesting
how
thing.
funny would it be if your problem really was that heightened, that amped up that you couldn't walk out on the brick walkway so much that you get yourself some stilts.
That's
And
actually
you're like
really funny.
really trying not to hit them.
Right? Yeah, that's some stuff out of a movie or out of a sketch for sure. That's hilarious. I also am obviously the type of person to say. I mean, we talked about this the other day, but break a leg instead of like good
Oh,
luck
yeah.
or anything like that. Change the lights to orange. You got it, my dude. Is this orange? It's kind of
That's purple.
That's kind of orange. That's not purple.
Oh, I don't know. I was looking at the walls. I'm sorry. I thought I don't know why I was expecting the whole lighting to change.
That's orange-ish. Do I have a good orange? Where? There it is. That's orange. That's orange enough for me.
I was
anyway.
expecting like an angelic choir to come out with that.
Great.
That's the one.
That's the ticket. But yeah, orange. Thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate it. Legend of Linz, thanks so much for the
Welcome,
raid.
Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders. Hi, Friedrich Nietzsche. Hey.
The
Friedrich Nietzsche? Why, yes, Wesley the Beast. Welcome in, guys. Thanks so much for the raid, Legend of Linz. I appreciate it. We are here talking about superstitions. We had just talked about how Pablo and I definitely knock on wood when we feel as though something might jinx the situation. But I also am not a fan of stepping on cracks. And we were just about to talk about saying break a leg in theater.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Which I know is something we talked about last time. But welcome in, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us and coming.
Dude, I'll own up to this. I know it's very, sadistic to think about it, but when people do say break a leg and the person ends up breaking their leg, I find that shit hilarious.
No, it is funny. No, it is. It's terrible, but it's funny. It reminds me of high school.
Yes. Yeah, I'm an awful human being. I know. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that, but damn, it's so funny.
It reminds me of high school and like Mother Hicks and stuff like that, where I swear Sydney would just break everything all the time.
Because I think it stems from the producers. When they make a big deal about it, say
broke
break a leg,
my leg.
and he immediately breaks it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But that's a common joke. Never talk about a no-hitter in progress in baseball. That is 100% true. Because literally every time you do, it's gone.
Dude, the world of sports is very superstitious.
Yeah, the world of sports is incredibly superstitious.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Dude, they go to the point of like not washing things.
Yeah, that's gross. Like,
yeah, no,
I'm sorry, but
I would not be able to do that.
That brings me back to what was it? Was it on How I Met Your Mother or something? Where I feel like Marshall never washed something.
Oh,
Or was that somebody? Was
that sounds like a Marshall thing.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Wait, I'm supposed to wash my underwear? Yeah, occasionally,
No,
Matt. Just every
you're
once in
fine,
a while.
Matt. Just do the inside out and over, and
Yeah,
you're good.
Inside
It still
out,
holds.
front and back. You've got at
Febreze
least
and repeat.
4 wears in there. Yeah,
Febreze and repeat. That bugged me in a way I wasn't expecting.
It's when you pull them out and they're stiff. Like, oh God, gross.
You throw them on the ground and they start running by themselves.
What is up, Mariah? Hey, thanks for coming in. We're talking about superstitions today. So if you guys, any of you have any superstitions that you want,
this is a safe place. Share with us.
Share with us. We'd love to discuss.
Only we'll laugh about it. Don't worry.
yeah, for sure. No big deal. But yeah, we'd be glad to talk about your superstitions, big or small.
You know what's okay? One superstition. I don't know if it's a superstition per se. It just became more of a compulsion later on. But I don't do it as much now because of COVID, and understandably so. But every time I would see a penny,
faces. I
still do that. The mask takes care of it.
Okay, yeah, no.
But I used to, if I found a penny that was tails up, I would flip it over for the next person. Like that I really always made sure I do.
I've never heard of this one, but if someone sweeps your feet, you're going to jail.
In Mexico, we have something like that. Only instead of going to jail, it'll either rain on your wedding, or you'll marry a widow or widower.
Huh. And I thought you were gonna say instead of going to jail, you just don't collect $200 from Pass and Go, and that's where
you get deported.
You get deported from Mexico. Where do you go?
Guatemala.
Oh, that's the worst. No. Sorry to all of our Guatemalan viewers.
Hey, I have a good friend that's Guatemalan. You watch your mouth.
Welcome in, Pleasantly Purple. How you doing today? We are talking about superstitions. So we are, big or small, list your superstition in chat. That is strange, though. I've never heard that one. The sweeps your feet thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard of that one at all. I've heard of the throwing salt one, like spilling salt and then you gotta throw it over your shoulder. I do not know which shoulder is the correct shoulder.
I've heard it either way. I've heard it just like generically any shoulder. But interestingly enough, did you know why they would do that?
No, I have no idea actually.
The thing is that they used to believe that that the devil was always looking over you, so you could blind them with salt and serve as a distraction.
Okay, that's great and all, but why does knocking over the salt mean bad luck? Do we know that?
I think it's just the thing of whenever something happens like spilling salt or spilling other things, it means that the presence of the devil is near.
Oh.
That's one culture's beliefs, because I know I've definitely heard that one in Mexican culture or Latin culture.
Interesting. That's a hydrate from Mariah, so we're gonna cheers to you, Mariah. Thank you so much for that hydration. I am drinking southern sweet tea tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's only two types of tea, of iced tea. There's sweet tea and then there's diabetic coma.
Yeah, there's really only two types.
There's sweet and then there's just syrup.
Yeah, of the two, I actually prefer. Oops, that's a bad link. I'm sorry. Give me just a second. I actually
don't click on it, kids.
Yeah, don't do it. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. It's just from yesterday. Okay.
Yesterday? I'm kidding.
Yesterday? Yes, I turned it off, so it's fine.
Cool.
So what was really your first introduction to superstition?
My very first introduction.
Yeah, if you can remember it, or superstitions you had as a child, or anything like that.
I don't know, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I was introduced to a lot of stuff. My grandparents, mainly on my, like my grandparents, not too much my parents, but they were very superstitious
Really?
about. Well, I mean, number one, they're very religious, and so so there's that, and also, um, to tack that onto it, they were very superstitious. So they were pretty, like, I guess they were just not aware people, but like they were trying to like, they would find things everywhere, So
Yeah.
like, don't do that because yada yada yada. Don't do this because yada yada yada. I'm like, no, stop, don't.
That's crazy.
But no, definitely very early on in my childhood was I exposed to superstitions.
Yeah. For me, I mean, it was really the, like, obviously the penny one, the lucky penny kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then
That's why I flipped them heads up, because I was told that only if they're heads up are they good luck. So I would just flip it for the next person.
yeah, exactly. I didn't start doing that until later in life. I would just not pick up the ones that were tails up. I just wouldn't. Like, I just, nope,
Yeah.
that's not mine. But I just didn't even think to flip it. I think that's a really cool idea. And then I heard that, and I've started doing it ever since.
Hopefully not during COVID, or at least wear gloves when you do it.
I haven't seen a penny because nobody has been out.
That's true.
Just saying. Like, I straight up haven't, like, seen change on the ground all year. It's been kind of weird. All year, meaning like 12 months, not like the last 2 months.
These 2 months.
Exactly. Step on a crack, break your mama's back, elementary school. I heard that one too.
That doesn't work. I mean,
that's not what he meant. Yeah. But yeah, step on a crack. Yeah, I definitely heard that one. What was the other one? I keep losing them today. They all flow out of my mind.
What am I doing? I wrote a list.
What's wrong with you? Come on, man.
Black cats, dude. Black cats.
Oh yeah, and that's actually where I was too. Because I was along the same lines. I was thinking about broken mirrors too. So,
oh yeah,
yeah, black cats and broken mirrors, the mystical of the superstitions, as I think of them. Because
okay, for starters, I'm not a big, like, I'm not too big with mirrors. Like, I don't like mirrors. I don't know why, they're just weird to me. And I'm not like superstitious about the whole breaking a mirror, but I do get very, just, I creeped out at the thought of it,
Yeah, because it's that it only takes one time for your mirror self to be doing something other than yourself to get really freaked out by mirrors. So yeah. Yeah, Pleasantly Purple is like, phew, it doesn't work. Good, thank goodness. But yeah, it only takes that one time. That's
no, yeah, that's the creepy part too.
Yeah, I love the idea of mirrors and stuff like that. The superstition behind mirrors.
Honestly, I didn't realize that I was kind of, quote unquote, doing research on the topic until like when we picked it, because I've been hoarding a lot of podcasts during this pandemic. That's what I've been doing. Just been listening to a lot. And there's this one called Superstitions. Not to make a plug here, but I just really like it. But it's called Superstitions, and each episode, like, it's a weekly thing. They talk about the origins of all these different things, like, for example, the black cats or the step on the cracks, and so they also, like, write an original story to go with it. It's really well put together. So if any of you guys are into that kind of stuff, you should definitely check it out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mariah says her earliest was probably knocking on wood.
That's a very famous one.
Very, very common one for sure. I mean, I do that all the time. What's the one? Oh, that wasn't even a superstition. That was just a game. Knock twice.
Oh, knock twice.
Knock twice.
Yeah.
That was super funny. That was because I keep getting some superstitions mixed up with games.
Yeah, because eventually, believe it or not, it just becomes muscle memory to you.
Yeah. I'm like, some of the superstitions are very much like those games. Like, knocking on wood is very similar to, like, the whole punch buggy game. Like, it's just something that,
I love that game.
As soon as you see a punch buggy, you're like, oh no, okay, we're good. Yo,
it's
Matt!
like some old lady you don't know.
Matt, thank you so much for that subscription.
Matt!
Show off your pomp. We're super excited about that. That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you for the 2 months.
I like the effect too. That's nice.
Yeah, on the screen.
Yeah. So I was checking it out.
Yeah, no, you're cool. Yeah, again, we changed up a lot. We have a completely new look now, so we're trying things out and we're having a good time doing it.
Up next is a better recording budget. Look at this place.
Yeah, right.
They rent. I'm renting it out.
You just had your emotes made for when you hit affiliate. Yeah, that's right. Matt is well on his way to making affiliate. So I am,
For you, Matt.
I'm just gonna drop that real quick. But yeah, he's super awesome. So definitely, if you haven't already, give him a follow. That'd be super cool. It'd help him get to affiliate so that he can get some cool emotes and he can start doing some fun stuff as well.
And just be a happier person.
Never let your purse touch the ground. Is that a superstition or is that just general security? I'm not even sure at this point. But yeah,
I just thought it was just so they wouldn't get dirty. I didn't know there was like a superstition behind it.
I didn't know there was a superstition behind that either. Speaking about things that you carry on you that you're not supposed to put places, you never open an umbrella inside.
Oh, yeah.
That one's an interesting one, and I just thought of it. They say it will cause financial ruin if your purse touches the ground.
Like I'm always carrying an umbrella with me. Number one, because I mean we're from the Midwest. We never know if it's gonna rain in the morning, be sunny in the afternoon, and start snowing at night. So
Just the way it is.
Because I used to carry an umbrella with me just in case. Here I've been like, it's fine, it's okay. Every time, it's just the one time I don't carry it with me. It's a rainy day. It just starts raining. So I think if anything, this just made me paranoid.
Yeah, Matt, we talked about spilling salt and then throwing it over your shoulder to reverse that curse of whatever it is, or ward off those evil spirits. But
throw them off their rhythm.
Throw them off their rhythm. But my question, Matt, is: do you know which shoulder to throw it over? Because I don't. I'm just thinking about Fairly Odd Parents episodes. Friday the 13th. Let's talk about Friday the 13th, the most unholy of unholy days. The most jinx-worthy
I don't know, man.
of all days.
If I had it my way, I would have changed it to Monday the 13th, because, like, what's worse than a Monday?
Thanks, Garfield. First of all, Matt, tell me if you know which shoulder to throw that salt over, because I'm still curious.
I'm very confused about it.
Not walking under ladders just seemed like a safety concern. Yeah. I mean, I've always been kind of curious. Left shoulder? Question mark. Sure. We'll go with it. Maybe.
Although, throw it on both, just in case. Just cover all your bases.
Yeah. Just. Left. Everybody says left, so I guess
all right.
Settled. Well, Matt said both left and right.
Damn it, Matt.
Both. Okay, so here's the deal. We are going to we're gonna do this. So we want to know: is it left or right shoulder? That's what we want to know.
Are we placing bets? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. So. That's what we want to know, guys. We want to know if you have to throw it over your left shoulder or over your right. So go ahead and just, do that poll thing there. But yeah, go ahead and participate. Vote for us. We want to know, is it left or right? Can I just eat it? Yeah, absolutely. Just lick it off the table, actually.
In fact, just save it for, it's a body shot. Do a body shot.
Body shot of salt, yes. Delicious. Sounds great. But yeah, I've got that poll up there, so we will eventually find out which is correct, if it's left or right shoulder. So we gotta know by the end of the poll. But anyway, I was talking about ladders. Ladders, that one always was funny to me because I would always walk under ladders. Like I was the worst person in the world. But they're just fun to walk under. They're like tiny bridges that you walk under. I'm just...
No, you know what? as a child at heart, I respect that.
Lynn's just said, ladder? Hardly know her. Okay. Left one, guys, so it's clearly the left shoulder.
All right.
So yeah. Now I know for the next time I spill salt. I appreciate it very much. I will definitely be doing that.
How funny would it be if most of us were wrong?
Right?
Man, Jacob's just been. That's. I just realized, in Spanish, one of the I guess a term that we use for referring to somebody who's unlucky, we also say salted. They're very salty. They're.
That is kind of funny. Also, Matt says, so left is right.
Ah! What Lewis Carroll shit is this?
My sister was always very particular about how you hang certain decorations, especially butterflies and dream catchers. Like, butterflies had to be at an angle so they were flying. That's funny. Interesting. There are more like that too. Like,
Oh wait, no, never mind. That wasn't gonna be a superstition.
That's just a family tradition.
I know. I all of a sudden, because I was thinking about that, and then my mind went to compulsions. So I was gonna say, which way do you guys put your toilet paper? Is it going in or is it going out?
Oh yeah, not a superstition.
Well, we can save it for a different.
We
can save it for a different episode.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, I do want to just say that we have come to a segment on our show that we absolutely love here. Wait a second. If you don't have toilet paper, over, I'm judging you. It is true. Over is the correct way.
You gotta do it over.
You have to do it over. Over or nothing. Yeah, exactly, Mariah. I would rather wipe with a leaf than wipe with under toilet paper.
In fact, just give me the cardboard roll. I'll do that.
I'll use that. But anyway, we have come to a segment that we absolutely love on this show called On This Day in History. On this day in 1540, Spanish explorer Francisco Vasquez de Coronado begins his unsuccessful search for the fabled 7 cities of gold in the American Southwest.
I want to find a how you say a five.
So yeah, now you guys know. On this day in history. But yeah, welcome back. Thank you for allowing us to do on this day in history. What?
No, I just saw the whole Looney Tunes
yes.
tunnel.
Yeah, it happens. It happens during my transitions, which is totally fine.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that was a great fact to know for the day. So for those of you who didn't know, Francisco Vasquez de Coronado.
Francisco Juan Miguel de la Torres Vasquez. Pico de gallo. Pico de gallo is a vegetable, by the way.
He can
change my mind.
he can do it because he's Mexican. So, I can't do it because then we'll be canceled.
I don't know, man. I know I'm Mexican, but I'm not like I'm not Spanish.
Well, yeah. But I think Mexicans can make fun of Spanish people.
Damn right.
It's where, anyway.
I make fun of anything.
Damn right. Anyway, so welcome back. We were talking about superstitions.
You know what's an interesting one that I've noticed other cultures having, more than just...
Pico de gallo is not a salsa.
I mean, I'll eat it.
A slaw?
I'll still
perhaps?
eat it.
Mariah said a slaw, perhaps?
Give me the spicy slaw, please. The spicy. Mucho spicy.
Picante.
I want it hot.
Oh, can I tell you for a moment? So, weird flex, but I went to Italy in January.
That's not weird. That's a good flex.
No, the weird part about it is we brought the coronavirus to the United States of America.
You trying to get canceled?
Oh, sorry. No.
The producers, guys. Sorry. Hey,
Oh, we
we're
gotta.
good. We're good.
We're giving Pleasantly Purple a hydrate. So cheers, Pleasantly Purple. Thank you. But so I went to Italy in January, and I was very nervous about going to Italy because I don't speak Italian.
Italian?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's rational. Yes.
I'm very monolingual. Okay, like exceptionally monolingual, and
You didn't try saying "Bibidi Baba" every time.
bibbidi bop. And they're like, wow, that's offensive. First of all, I speak English, and second of all, you're being an asshole. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I don't belong here. Mariah says that pico de gallo is a salsa, so.
But it's still a good vegetable.
you're taking Google over a Mexican?
What does Google know? Is Google Spanish? I didn't think so. I'm a Spanish.
It's not Google. It's Google.
No, Google doesn't know things.
Google. But anyway, so I was in Italy, and I was very nervous, and everybody like who was in charge of booking the trip and everything, they were like, no, don't worry about it, it'll be fine. Most of the people there will speak English anyway, because it's, you know, it's a really big tourist place that we're going to, so it'll be fine, you'll be great. And I'm like, okay, cool. And they're like, you know, just learn the basics, like please and thank you. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, I can handle that. Because, you know, it's kind of respectful when in Italy to say thank you in Italian. It's just like a respect thing. And I'm like, cool, that's great, I can do that. So I did. But then, very first day, very first meal, Francisco El Miguel de la Torres Vasquez Pica de Gallo. Oh. Thank
I need to make that guy a character.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that quote.
He has to be a character now.
But anyway, so it was the first day, very first meal, and I'm on this just this alley, like this back street, with a bunch of restaurants, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, just pick a restaurant, go in it, and order some food. And I'm like, okay, cool. And there are huge lines at a few different places, and so I pop into a place that doesn't have a huge line, which obviously means that it's going to be crap food, but that's what I'm into in Italy. Because Italian crap food is American excellent. So
is Olive Garden's best.
Yeah, like seriously. So anyway, it was this Mediterranean place, which I didn't realize that Italy was Mediterranean food, but Italy is like literally in the middle of the Mediterranean. Like they are Mediterranean. So anyway, I went in, and it's Mediterranean food, and the guy behind the counter doesn't speak a lick of English. And I'm like, oh, this is great. And so I point
Did you play charades?
No,
Please tell me you did
charades.
charades.
Pretty much. I pointed up at the menu, and I was like, that one. And he said something, and I don't know what it was, and I just went, si. Because that's yes in Italian. So I'm like, si. And then he starts making my order and whatever, and it's a wrap, but it's like a Mediterranean wrap. And it's gonna be super good. Like I'm here for it, whatever. And he's saying all of these things and like asking me if I want them as additions into my wrap, and I have no idea what he's saying. And so I'm like, si, si, just to everything. And then he goes, picante, and I'm like, si, because I know what spicy means, and so I'm here for it. And I'm like, if I ordered anything in the last minute that I don't like, at least the spiciness will cover it up. So I got that, and I'm telling you, first day in Italy, it was the best meal I had. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm so proud of you.
I can't ever order it again, because I don't know what it was. I don't know anything about it.
I like to think that if you ever go back, he's gonna recognize you and just like ask you in Italian, like, the usual, and you don't know, but you go,
see, and he just makes it. That'd be so.
When you were saying "see," like you look back, I'm like in ghost form, hooded. I've aged like 90 years. I'm like,
Yes.
And I blow away in the wind.
So Matt said, in Japan, I just pointed at the menu and they nod and smile. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, this idiot doesn't know any of our language. Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, I'm an idiot. Yeah. He still doesn't know he ate goat testicles. Yeah, 100%. I did. It is true.
That's what he drew you in. It's just the other stuff they had.
Yeah, right? Well, it was picante, so I enjoyed it. So it was fine. But that seems like an SNL skit. It does. It feels like one.
I could see that.
Yeah, just see. And it's like the audience clearly understands what is going on here. That's super fun. Love that. But yeah, anyway, that has nothing to do with superstition, which is what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah, we'll get to them. They're not going anywhere.
For who it's for. They're like, come on.
Guys, I need to remind you, this is a shit show.
Yeah, this is a show.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
Right? But yeah, folks. So yeah, superstitions. So we.
Oh, I was saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Yes, I just remembered. I thought it was interesting that other cultures have it as well, in which if a bird poops on you, that's considered good luck.
Good luck?
Yeah.
I
if you get
consider
pooped
it
on by a
exceptionally
bird.
bad luck.
Yeah, but like some cultures see it as in like a good omen, an omen of good luck.
Huh. That's super weird. I don't ever think that I would, as a person who knows nothing about superstition, just one day be like, oh, this bird pooped on me. That must be a good thing. Like, I don't think...
Honestly, my grandparents were just like the encyclopedia on this for me.
Right? It does sound like a shitty situation, Matt. That sounds awful. Yeah, it does. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Wayne Gretzky. Michael Scott. No.
I like that you cite your references.
Yeah, of course. I've heard that before about the bird poop. Yeah? That's super... Yes, Matt, I get it. I get it. It's shitty. But I've never heard that about bird poop. I think that's super weird.
Another Mexican one that I think is fun. Like, first of all, I'll be the first to say it. Mexicans are weird, and
much more superstitious in general than Americans.
Yeah. There's one where if your hand is itching, you need to find some brass to like rub your hand against it so you can come into money.
I'm not gonna lie. When you said that, my hands started itching. So I think there's a connection.
Find some brass. Go look for brass.
Okay. But I've heard that too about the bird. What? Am I the only one who has literally never heard this? I feel so out of the loop. I guess Mariah probably hasn't heard of it either.
There's one day where like a bird pooped, but it missed me just by a couple inches. I was like half relieved that it didn't poop on me, but also half disappointed.
That's great, Matt. Thanks for the I'll be the first to say it. Mexicans are weird. Or
I love that you have to put my name next to it.
Yeah, Pablo, thank you for not canceling us. I appreciate it. I feel like a mainstream show mentioned it, but I can't remember which one. I don't.
It's possible because I've definitely seen it around. I've heard of it.
Yeah. They say if your right hand itches, you're gonna lose money, and if your left hand itches, you're getting paid. Well, my left hand was the one that itched, so it looks like I'm coming into money.
Nice.
Woo! Sounds great.
Don't you love it when you put on a coat and in your pocket there's like a $5 bill at the very least, or like
yeah, I love
anything.
I love it.
Any
even
kind
more,
of money, I'm glad when it's.
I love it even more when 2 days later I realize it wasn't even my coat.
You, sir, you're a master.
I'm
you're
good
winning.
at this.
You're winning at life.
This is a total tangent, and I'm so sorry. But
Go for it.
Literally yesterday, so I park in roughly the same spot every day outside my apartment, right? I park in the exact same spot. And the other day, my spot was taken, and so I parked in another spot. No big deal.
Yeah.
Still found a close parking spot. Everything was great. I came out to get into my car, and I started to get in, and the door was unlocked and everything, and I started to get in, and then I realized, wait a minute, this isn't my car. I almost got into somebody else's car the other day. I was like, oops, this is not good. So yeah, that was an awkward situation.
That happened to me once. I was little. I was coming out of the library, and I was gonna get in my mother drove this van. I don't know if you remember. It was like this brown Astro van, and so you know, I didn't realize that there was an identical Astro van parked right next to hers. So I don't know why. First of all, it's Rockford. That car should be locked because there was no one in there. So I went in there. Door was unlocked. I sat there. I'm like, where's my mom? It's like there's no one here. And I look over, and my mom's like looking at me from her van, going,
"What are you doing, you crazy child? Are you trying to get kidnapped? What's going on?" That's so funny. So, speaking of vehicles, there's a huge superstition about going through yellow lights, and everybody does it differently.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of different superstitions out there about yellow lights. I've heard that, and I've heard this about yellow lights and bridges and tunnels. You hold your breath.
Oh, I've heard that with graveyards.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that one too. I think you're right. I mean, I wasn't going to say, no, you're wrong, Pablo. That is incorrect. No.
That's a stupid thing to be superstitious about.
Dumb. It's so stupid. So much worse than my weird superstition. But yeah, anyway, no. So when you're passing a graveyard, I think I have heard that one. Yeah, Mariah's for sure. So apparently I'm just the idiot here who didn't
You're the
mention.
dumbass.
I'm the stupid one. No, but anyway, so graveyards, I've heard it through yellow lights, I've heard it through tunnels, and I've heard it on bridges.
Okay, I've heard the tunnels.
Yeah. But then also one of my friends, and I don't know if this is a common thing, but one of my friends does something very specific when they go through a yellow light. When they go through a yellow light, they hit the dash twice, and then the roof of the car, and then the dash again. So it's like this kind of motion. Yeah.
Wait a second.
Is that not weird? Like
No. I remember. I think Kate did that once.
So it's a thing. It's common. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But yeah,
It's a little warmer here, so this booth is not ventilated, so I gotta.
you're fine. I've got the neons. It's fine. They're LED. They don't give off much heat. It's chill. But yeah, so that's a weird car superstition that I dig.
Pilots have this superstition of rubbing the seatbelt button, the seatbelt light button before they tap it, or before they click it, or that's a for sure superstition they have.
Okay.
And it makes me nervous because number one, I don't fly well. I don't do well while flying. And number two, the fact that the person flying the plane is a superstitious person.
Why are you saying this to me right now? I don't like that. It's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. And also, why do they caress the button before they press it? Caress it before you press it, man.
Ooh, I like that. I want that on a sticker. Or
On a
t-shirt.
sticker. Caress it before you press it.
Yeah.
That's almost as good as wrap it before you tap it, but
Or lick it before you stick it.
yeah. Or
We have family members watching this.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there are more. But yeah. No, that's super weird. I mean, I assume that there's superstition in a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
We haven't talked about on a T-shirt. Yes, let's put caress it before you press it on a T-shirt.
All right.
Just kidding. Nobody would buy that. I was just thinking of the target audience for that shirt.
I was gonna say we could add a button to it, but I think it's better left vague.
Yeah, right. No, but
yeah, we're in a very superstitious field, acting.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, but speaking about about t-shirts and stuff, we do have merch available. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. So yeah, if you guys are interested in hoodies or t-shirts or coffee mugs or coffee tea mugs, then feel free to check out our merch store. We will be getting
test dummies.
no, but we will be getting more merch soon. But yes, there's all kinds of cool and fun stuff in the merch store that you are more than welcome to check out and order. But yes, mugs, Linz. It's super fun. And if you guys buy our merch, then maybe we can afford to buy our merch.
Someday.
Someday.
We like to have you give you guys the benefit and the opportunity to get the stuff first.
Yeah.
Then we can enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like that being a gracious host kind of thing. That's what we're doing.
Help yourselves first.
Yeah, go for it. We'll
eat the food. We'll wait a half hour.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't turning over, we'll try some.
Yeah, for sure. It's actually really funny. I just see all.
I like how we run things.
I do too, man. I see all of these streamers that like they don't even put their merch out until they have it already, and they advertise their merch by owning it. And I'm like, that's a great idea. If I had money, I would do that. But I would so do that, but I don't have money. So
once the money starts coming in, I'm doing it.
Yeah, there you
Trust me, I'm doing it.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so we have a merch store. Check it out. Enjoy it. So I wanted to talk a little bit about New Orleans because Pleasantly Purple is on stream, and she might be able to talk a little bit more about superstitions in regards to New Orleans and the French Quarter and the voodoo and all
voodoo?
of the voodoo. Do the voodoo you do. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of talk about that. I know Pleasantly Purple kind of grew up around New Orleans and stuff. I don't know how much into superstition she, learned about in New Orleans or anything.
Living down there, I feel like she knows a lot.
Yeah, at least a little. But yeah, like that's something that I'm really fascinated by is the superstition of the people of New Orleans, because it's a very like. I almost want to say like metaphysical. It's a very metaphysical place. Like
that was well put. That was very well put.
Yeah, it's just a very like metaphysical, spiritual kind of voodoo place. There's a ton of them around the tequila worm. I think the Mardi Gras baby too. Yeah, for sure. The Mardi Gras baby inside the king cake. The one I learned was.
Oh yeah, we have that too.
Yeah, the one I learned was for the Mardi Gras baby inside the king cake. Whoever gets the baby has to buy next year's king cake. That's what I heard.
In Mexico,
I really feel before you say it, I really feel like you're gonna say, "Oh, yeah, in Mexico, whoever gets the baby dies next year," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
It cuts down on costs. Definitely.
not we kill them next year. Dies. Just like it's a super.
Yeah, we let natural selection take its course.
Got you. Okay. No, but
in Mexico we got we do something similar. We're not buying it for the next year, but the rule is has to make the tamales for like the next holiday, the next upcoming holiday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still about providing the food for the next ceremony.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't get into the voodoo, but there are a lot of New Orleans superstitions. Yeah, for sure.
I think I say no superstitions.
There are a lot of no superstitions.
That was the first thing that caught my eye.
I'm pretty sure she meant
so aggressive.
New Orleans there. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
I get that. It just looked very aggressive to me.
For sure. I get it. Yeah, there are a lot of no superstitions.
Just like she's hiding something.
Go all out on it or something. Yeah. I'm kind of into the superstitions and stuff. If you know of any offhand Pleasantly Purple, drop them in
That'd
chat
be great.
because I'd love to know them. But you took a deep breath in like you
I
were
was-
about to say something.
I was gonna point out that I actually know the tequila worm one. That's
Oh yeah,
that
please.
actually started off as kind of like a promotional thing. Like they came up with this, this rumor that drinking the worm will get you, extra fucked up, and so they kind of used it as a way to push forward this, this tequila product, and from then on it just kind of stuck.
Oh, I got that wrong, Pleasantly Purple. Thank you so much. So, not next year's King Cake, next King Cake party. They have parties all through Mardi Gras season.
So that makes
Yeah.
same maybe like the same kind of thing.
Yeah, so it could be tomorrow, like that kind of deal. Makes sense. But yeah, instead of waiting a whole year for the next King Cake. But
Saving up for the next one.
oh, geez. Actually, one of Pleasantly Purple's friends is is a baker, like owns a bakery and stuff like that. And
So she knows where the babies are.
yeah. Also, that particular bakery is known for making the largest king cake. I think it's the world record. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Pleasantly Purple, but I think it's the world record for the largest
That sounds
king
delicious.
cake. It wrapped all the way around the Superdome. Yes.
What?
Yeah, right? There's the Thanksgiving wishbone. I forgot about that.
There is.
Yeah. That's a great one. For those of you who have just joined us, we are up in here talking about talking about superstitions. So if you've got any crazy superstitions or very serious superstitions that you take super seriously, please drop them in chat. We'd love to know. You're trying to think of other food-related superstitions. Yeah, the wishbone is definitely one of them. That one's always fun.
There's got to be plenty of food ones.
I significantly always lose the wishbone one. I don't know what it is. I think I hold the.
It's all in the wrist, kid. It's all in the wrist.
I think I hold the wishbone wrong or something. It's got to be like I always lose.
You're like, okay, go.
No, okay. I'm a loser. But,
no, I feel like there should be a lot of food ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to think too. Well, I mean, like, there's some people have a really bad superstition, or maybe it's just an obsessive compulsive disorder about
which
food
is funny
food not touching.
It's funny how much they overlap though, like the two things.
Yeah, they can for sure. Okay, so Pleasantly Purple says about the New Orleans bakery thing. She is lead decorator for Heidel's. That's the one. Bakery. Yes, world record, and yes, it went all the way around the Superdome. Yes.
That's great.
So yeah, that's pretty fun. I love that a ton. It's who eats that much king cake?
I don't know.
It's me. It's my time to shine. Wait. Okay. Go, Mariah. Do it. Why is it your time to shine? You're not the lead decorator, so I'm confused. I'm positive that you don't decorate cakes for a living. In reference to the food touching. Oh yeah, okay. You're the got you. You're the person that's like, nope, can't make the food touch. Gotta have separate plates for everything. Yeah, that's I mean, I don't know if it's a superstition as much, but it's definitely something that is uncomfortable. There's a lag. It's fine. We're fine.
That happens.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's one that I've seen. I've definitely seen it in a couple shows, which is kind of cool. But when you give somebody, I don't know if you give somebody like a weapon or a sharp object, you gotta, there's like a penny involved, so it's not a gift. It's kind of like a small transaction.
I do remember that.
I've seen a couple people doing that. Like that's an interesting one.
You can't gift a weapon.
Right. Yeah. So you ask for a penny, or they give you a penny kind of thing. So it's not a full-on gift.
Yeah. They they sold it by the slice and donated the money to charity. That's
Oh,
so
that's
awesome
cool.
for the king cake, for the
Yeah.
gigantic king cake. That's awesome. That is super cool.
Kind of want some king cake right now.
Yeah, I know. Now that we've been talking about it, I'm here for it. I'm drinking my sweet tea, wanting some king cake.
I just got water.
Water.
Just got water.
But yeah, I mean, hey, that sounds pretty amazing. But yeah, so one of the things that we didn't talk a ton about was sports superstitions.
Yeah.
And all the theater superstitions.
We could,
because there are a ton of them. And so, guys, just so you know, we will be back just in a short break here. But we will be talking about some sports superstitions and some theater
say it's superstitions.
Broken. But yeah, I have to go reboot my brain real quick. But we'll be right back after these. This short break.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back to talk. It'll be great.
I've known some. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Mr. Shane means you're grand. Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the Shane means you're grand. Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land.
Greetings from the Andrews sisters. I'm Patty.
I'm Maxine.
And I'm Laverne.
I could say Bella, Bella, even Sevender bar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain Mr. Shane, so kiss me, kiss me, kiss. I say that you will understand.
Yeah.
My mother still up and at 'em.
I mean, it's because we got good chiropractors now. So.
Oh. I was trying to make it like the Office confession.
Oh. Oh yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. Thanks for waiting. We are back with That 20-Somethings Show. We're talking about superstitions. Very superstitious. And I'm going to stop singing now. OMG, Pablo.
No, I got some good moves. This was the sprinkler.
Love the office window. But, yeah.
Is it showing up all right with you guys, or do I have to flip it? Because I forget how this thing works.
No, that's the
for
right
who it's
way.
for, we're
That's
fine.
That's the right way. You are correct on my end anyway. But
that's all that matters.
Yeah. Since my end is the one that's streaming to the public, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. But anyway, so like we said, we were going to talk about some, what is it? Oh, some
superstitions.
Yeah, superstition. Where are we?
And we're back.
Hello everyone. So we were going to talk about some sports superstitions because, Pleasantly Purple, you are correct. Baseball players have tons of superstitions, but we don't just draw the line at baseball players. This is all sports. If you guys have any superstitions, I don't know if any of you played sports in high school or college or anything like that, but please feel free to drop your own personal superstitions in the chat. So sports, I mean, so even as an audience member, as a crowd member, that's what they're called with sports. Whew. Anyway. Even as a crowd member.
So I auditioned for kicker. And
I auditioned for shortstop the other day.
For the role of kicker, and I didn't get it. That guy had no personality.
I can just see. Hello, my name is Jacob, and I will be auditioning for the role of shortstop.
Just
Hey, about just being obnoxious. Anyway, no, but even as a member of the crowd, there are some superstitions that go along with baseball in particular that I know of. This isn't exactly a superstition, says Legend of Linz, but I was a swimmer and we wouldn't shave our legs during taper, intense training before big conference. That makes sense. That's like logical.
Yeah.
Nobody was allowed to touch my catcher's mitt before a game once it was cleaned, and I always kept my right batter's glove in my left back pocket. Interesting. Legend of Lynn says the guys' team would all bleach their head before shaving their heads.
I've heard of that because
Interesting.
Yeah, I've met other swimmers, and I'm not a swimmer. I didn't mean to say like I'm.
I've met other swimmers before.
The sweater gave me the shoulders, but that's about it. But no, I've definitely met some swimmers, and they have that thing too. Like they have that ritual as well.
Listen,
they bleach their hair.
I'm no Michael Phelps, but I can flail around in the water like nobody's business. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, I'm no Michael Phelps, but sometimes I don't drown.
That is true. Sometimes. I've been known to not drown. Pretty good at not drowning.
My swim to drown ratio, it's almost balanced.
It's about 50-50. So Matt,
I'd like to do this kind of show.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, you're good. I am very... Oh, Mariah redeemed a hydrate, so this is a cheers to Mariah. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
And Matt says, I'm very superstitious about betting. I try not to bet on teams I like. Well, yeah. You know.
That's just called common sense, Matt.
Matt, that's rough. I'm sorry. So the shaving heads is to help with your time, but the bleaching part is more of a superstition. Yeah, for sure. You're
gonna shave it. I mean,
yeah, you're gonna shave it, so you might as well look, try figure out what you look like as a blonde. Yeah,
they do have more fun.
Do they?
They also open the doors for you more. I was blonde briefly.
Oh, that's super funny. But yeah, so there are a ton of them. Throwback to when Sundance bleached his hair.
Which time?
Yeah, right? Which time? Are we talking Colonel Mustard or are we talking Zoser? Because there was a whole... I've got pics. I'll put them in the Discord. Speaking of which, guys...
Pics, or it didn't happen.
Right? Speaking of which, go follow the Discord channel. It'll be great. But yeah, I'll pop them in the Discord for sure. That's not how you spell Discord, Matt.
Discord.
It's a dicord. It won't let me post a picture, but I have multiple. Yes. Wait, you probably have more than I do, Mariah. That's super weird. Gotta go back to college. Yeah, just for a little bit. At least learn how to put an S in a word.
Middle school. That's a middle school word. Yeah, just go back there.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, just go back there. It'll be more fun that way. College is rough, man. Man, I loved elementary school. All 12 years.
Must be nice. All 12 years.
Undanced Treem. He doesn't know how to S.
The S is broken. It's because the S is silent. Silent!
It's pronounced island.
Oh, yes, island.
But anyway. Oh. But so yeah, I know at least of one crowd superstition for baseball is when the home team is down and it's getting close to the ninth inning, or it looks like we have a chance to maybe get ahead. Everybody puts on their rally caps, which is either backwards or Matt, rally cap. Either backwards or inside out, straight up. Inside out hats, man. That's the way to do it. And I was just looking for a hat to put one on and show you what a rally cap looks like, but alas, I don't have one near me. So.
It's funny because you usually wear one.
I know.
Have you left the house today?
Yes, I had class today. I washed my hair, and so I didn't wear a hat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So now you know every time I wear a hat, I have not washed my hair.
That's nasty.
No. But yeah, anyway. Is that the Carfax box behind you? No, this is a delightful little lion.
A delightful little lion. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Aren't I so delightful?
He is also having a bad hair day like me.
Looks like
his hair goes out to here. It's craziness.
It's like if Alf married Tigger.
Wow. Stop being rude to my lion. He's self-conscious.
Yeah, I would be too.
Get out of here. You're so mean to my lion.
What's it gonna do?
No wonder he doesn't have courage. You just see him go, put him up, put him up.
Put him up. No, put him up.
Don't dog Tigger like that. Oh, so now you're in...
Tigger has standards.
Ooh, it's like Alf married Tigger. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. But anyway, superstitions, rally caps. What, do you have any, are there soccer, not that I'm being super racist, but are there soccer superstitions? Pablo?
No, Jacob, the soccer community is the only sane one in Mexico.
Got you. Okay, sounds good. Yes, there are a lot of good quotes this episode, Matt. Thank you so much.
They'll have their rituals, yes.
They do, yeah. For those of you who have just joined us, we are at least trying to talk about superstitions. So you know, we get derailed quite often. But if you'd like to talk about some superstitions, drop your superstition in chat. No, go ahead. What?
I thought you said they said we get railed a lot.
No, derailed. Derailed is what I said. We get derailed. That's That is literally what I said. We get railed a lot, man.
I'm so sorry. You can cancel us now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
This is not going well.
I'm tapping out.
Oh, it's nothing I've never heard before. I'm wearing a fedora. Oh man, I left the yes. Oh, I forgot about a canceled command. I'm gonna have to do that. I do not miss the fedora. Get out of here, Mariah. We don't like your opinion. I'm just kidding.
Yo, this is a safe place. By the way, I think I've. Hold on. Did that work?
Yeah.
Sometimes it does. There.
It worked, sure. So, when you say that soccer people have their superstitions, like, what are you talking? Are you talking about like pregame stuff, or do you...
No, it's more of me saying I'm sure they each have their own ritual.
But you have no idea in general. Okay.
No, like I'm not a soccer guy per se. Like
no,
if it's the only thing playing at the moment, yeah, I'll sit in the room and watch it. But I don't know who these people are. I don't know what their famous rituals are. As long as there's beer, there's beer. I'm there.
Okay, I'm here.
I'm there. I'm like, what team do you want me to cheer for? All right, good.
Which color are they?
Who wants to bet? I got 50 pesos. Let's do this.
Alrighty, there we go. Awesome. Now we have a canceled command, Matt.
Always leave them wanting less.
It's true. So yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, sports has their fair share of superstitions and stuff. I mean, I know, like Mariah was saying earlier, like nobody could touch their Mariah's batting glove.
Right.
You know, they would always put their batting glove in their left back pocket. There are like all kinds of crazy traditions and superstitions like
Sacrifice a goat.
We need we need a beer sardine. What would that entail, Mariah? Please explain, because I'm here for it. But
I like beer. Sardines are okay.
I like it's a sardine flavored beer. Depends
how drunk I am.
But anyway, so like I know batters will have. That's a hydrate for Mariah. Hydrate, but beer. Okay. Yeah.
Bleep loop. I don't know what to say.
Slight problem with that. I am on a dry campus, so I cannot partake of the alcohols.
Stream somewhere else that day.
That day, which is every day stream. So
no, just that one day.
Got you. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, dry campus, Matt. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Dean. Thank you for watching. And
they're not watching.
You say that, and then President Bullock just appears in my chat like, yo.
Look, just plug my blog and we'll be fine.
Yeah, President Bullock here.
These kids need to know.
Has a blog, so that's fun.
I wanted to like. He's just so desperate to reach out to us that he starts releasing like some rap videos.
Right.
I would love to see that.
Well, you know, Jesus Christ, that was from East Dubuque.
Yeah, exactly. So it's only a matter of time.
I want the president to just bust through the door on stream. Ah! Like the
what is going on in here?
Like
now, Jacob, it's impolite. Put that down. Like it's past your curfew.
Through the wall. Yeah, could you imagine President Bullock of all people just bursting through the wall?
You know, if he does that, he's not gonna say, "Oh yeah," he's gonna say something like, "You know, you'll pay for that."
Oh, did I tell you? I got an email from the president today saying that they're limiting the tuition increase to 1% for the next year.
Wow.
And I went, wow, that's a really nice way of saying you're going to charge us an extra 1% next year. Wow.
That's a really nice and gentle way of saying fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, back to superstitions. Batters, I know batters have their own, like, certain superstitions where they'll, like, draw a cross with the bat, and then, like, they'll like flick their hat and then they're like dust off their legs and then they'll be ready and weird stuff. Or they always like take a certain amount of steps to get to the batter's box or something like that. I know at the beginning of the game,
They spit their chew out.
yeah, pretty much. At the beginning of the game, like after the national anthem, when they all run out onto the field, they all hop over the baseline, whichever side they're on, so they won't like touch the chalk line. That's a thing. And Pleasantly Purple just said the pitcher jumps the line. Oh, on the way to the mound. Yeah, and so that happens every time. We're sorry, we can only make you pay an extra $500. We wish it was
just
more.
reading.
Yeah, precisely.
It's like you've got the the dog commercial music in the background. We're sorry, we can only make you pay an extra $500. We do wish it was more.
Yeah, right. I learned the other day, not that this is a huge tangent of mine, but I learned the other day.
This is a shit show, guys.
Yeah.
Step in.
I learned the other day that one student almost for a class almost pays the amount that the teacher gets for teaching that class. And
What?
most of our class sizes are 15 to 25.
Yeah.
So that means that, yeah, in the arms of the angel. That's tune into my Thursday stream when I sing not like that. But yeah, so one student pays the teacher's salary and then the rest of the money goes directly to the president. It's great. It's fantastic. It's hilarious. I'm crying. Yeah.
I'm crying right now.
So anyway, does anybody else know any more sports traditions? Like I really only got into baseball, like growing up and stuff. I'm sure there are some football ones out there that I'm just not thinking of at the moment. But I got into football for a while too.
There's the one where the crowd member has to get in a fight with another crowd member.
That's
right?
hockey.
'Cause that happens.
That-
No. I'm talking about the
Oh.
No, I know what goes on in the ice. Yeah. No,
Oh, okay.
that's part of the rules.
That's true, Matt. How do you become a college president? Hard work and con artistry.
A lot of empty promises.
Yeah. That's how you become an anything president.
Yes.
Just saying. But yeah, so if any of you know any more sports superstitions at all, please let us know. We'd love to talk about them. But if we're kind of dead on sports, I definitely want to talk about theater superstitions. I can't say that word.
Theater student superstitions?
Yes! Throwing home runs back at Wrigley Field. Throw it back. Throw it back. That's great. That's an awesome one, Matt. I forgot about that one. That reminds me of Rookie of the Year.
Isn't there one where, and this is basketball, but when somebody is shooting, isn't there a thing where somebody yells brick?
Sure, Pablo. I don't know. I don't know what the hell you're saying, but yeah.
Because I remember that being a thing with the other kids. They go, brick.
Oh, okay. Airbud?
I don't know if it was like a...
Which Airbud are you talking about? There are 17. Because, I swear...
They have a lot of puppies.
If you've seen one of those movies, you have seen
You've
them
seen them all.
You have seen all of those films. Because they're all just, it's talking dog films. Yes, it's a thing.
Airbud didn't talk. Airbud talked?
Well, the puppies did.
Oh, okay.
Airbuddies
Why
talked.
am I thinking... Yeah, but...
You're thinking of Beethoven.
I probably am.
Beethoven didn't talk. He was a dog, though.
He was.
He was a reckless, mangy mutt. Yeah.
Which one's the one with the sled dogs?
Snow dogs? I think.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Air Buddies talked, but Air Bud didn't? What a
That's
weird-
okay. See, okay.
weird
Yeah,
thing.
that's because I remember the dog, but I was like, I don't remember him.
I was
talking.
not into dog movies growing up, apparently, except for there were
Unless they talk.
yeah, right. No, there were two dog movies that I really did like growing up. One of them was Firehouse Dog with Josh Hutcherson in it.
Okay.
Really good film.
Vague memory.
Like,
I got a vague memory of that one.
Quality film. The other one was, of course, Because of Winn-Dixie, but that's like a
Oh,
classic.
dude.
You know,
Yeah,
you gotta love
That's
that one.
that's the freebie on the card.
And then those two actors met up and did a movie together called Bridge to Terabithia, and I hated it. Anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I cried so hard as a child. I was a child, and they broke my heart.
I think you were supposed to.
I
That's
know.
the last thing we were supposed to.
I know. I'm so sad. I was like, this isn't real. That was my first. That was, you know how, so in acting, they always tell you, you know, when you first find out that, like, if you're acting in a scene where your parent has died or whatever. Jacob, is there something you want to talk about? Yes, and I will. Here it goes. So when you find out that your parent has died in a scene, you don't immediately go to sadness. You immediately go to denial. You're like, no, it's not real. Well, when I watched Bridge to Terabithia, I was waiting for the scene where they realized that wasn't a thing that happened. And I'm sitting here like, this is not real. And then he goes to a funeral, and I'm like, what? They're just gonna do that? How do you do that? I was so sad. Oh man. It was ridiculous. Anyway.
No. Like they definitely play with your feelings.
So we're gonna have a whole stream where I yell about Bridge to Terabithia. It's gonna be great.
You know what dog movie I liked growing up?
Yeah.
My Dog Skip with Frankie Muniz.
Yeah,
that was a cute one.
Yeah, that was. I
like the aesthetic,
like
the time
Muniz.
period.
I like Frankie Muniz in general. Like he was good. He was in Big Fat Liar.
Yes, he was.
And he was in Agent Cody Banks.
That was a good one.
I loved Agent Cody Banks. I don't know why. All athletes are particular about their number usually. That is true, Mariah. I'm sorry I just got to reading it, but it is very true. Bridge to Terabithia analysis. No, I refuse to watch the movie. I've only seen it once. I've only seen
Once
it
was enough.
that one time. I'm never going back. Sorry.
I know what I'm getting.
Malcolm in the Middle slaps. That's true. Jordan wore his North Carolina shorts under his Bulls shorts. No way.
Yes, he did.
I didn't realize that.
Yes, he did.
That's super cool. I dig that.
Yeah. That was in Space Jam. Don't you remember?
No. I don't remember. I didn't mean to just shit on that. But I was like, no, I don't remember.
First of all, don't you ever, we're my sisters, don't you ever shit on Space Jam.
No, you, not Space Jam. Just your comment. And he remembers.
Matt, let that be a reminder. Quote that. Don't you ever shit on Space Jam in front of me.
Listen. I have only seen Space Jam once, and I don't remember it. I just have to watch it again. It's one of those things where I just haven't gotten back to it. Like, things, okay, you've got to realize that my mind works very differently than most people's minds. Most people remember, like, pop culture things like that. I still have Cats memorized from my freshman year in high school. So that's what I've got going on up here. I'm sorry that I don't remember scenes from Space Jam.
I got shows memorized. I can still remember Space Jam.
Yes, I've only seen Space Jam once. I know. I'm sorry. I'll just leave. You guys have fun. Goodbye, everyone.
Come back. All right, so now we're doing theater.
I was attached. I couldn't go far.
Damn right you're attached. You stay.
I still have Cats memorized from high school. Did it not add that quote? That's super weird. Oh, it's because you spelled it quote.
Matt's been drinking again.
Clearly. Matt, do you have something that you want to talk about? This is a safe space, Matt. This is an intervention.
I promise. Only I'm going to laugh.
Yeah, there's no room for anything else, Mariah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the lines that I get memorized just put so good.
Damn right it is.
But
what's that?
yes, but whatever. Yeah, anyway, lines just push out all of this stuff. So theater superstitions.
Theater.
Yeah, so obviously we know the break a leg one.
Yes.
It's bad luck to say good luck on opening night. Instead,
Yes.
you say break a leg. And as I discussed before, but for those of you who weren't there, break a leg actually came from this old vaudeville saying. In vaudeville is what I meant. And in the days of vaudeville, basically actors would line up backstage in the wings, and if they went out on stage, they broke the curtain called the leg. And they broke it, and they went out on stage. And the only way they would get paid is if they went out on stage. And so it was good luck if they broke the leg. That means they got paid for that night. And if they didn't break a leg, then they didn't get a paycheck. And so that's where the break a leg saying comes from, at least here in America. What are they going to do when someone really does break their leg? Hey, it's happened. It has legitimately happened before. And, I mean, Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark killed people. So, yeah, break a leg. But, yeah, I think it killed one person and severely injured a couple of others. It's crazy. What a show to be alive for. But, yeah... Broadway.
One way of saying it.
Broadway, it's a crazy thing. I was just about to say Spider-Man, but then ask if it was too soon. No, it's not too soon.
It was.
We can openly talk about how awful that show was from a producing standpoint and how they should have quit a lot sooner than they did. But instead,
the producer watched the producers and said, "Oh my God, maybe we can make money."
Yeah, they had to literally just keep pushing it to try to make money, and instead they went like super bankrupt with it because it killed people. Rent Live, yeah. I actually didn't know this until the other day when you guys were talking about it, I believe, on stream. And you were saying that for Rent Live, for one of those live performances that Fox does, that all are weird, Rent, like, one of the actors actually broke their ankle or leg or something like that for the performance. And so they ended up, that was Rent. And they ended up actually airing the previous night's recorded practice run. And so it wasn't full. It wasn't up to par. Hello, Sex Speedy. I don't know. Sure. Hello and welcome. We're talking about superstitions today. The X is silent. I kind of figured.
The X is silent.
Speedy, what's up? How you doing? Believe it or not, Speedy was taken. Well, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, welcome in, Speedy. Thanks so much for hanging out. We're talking about superstitions today. We've been talking a lot about sports and a lot about random superstitions like knocking on wood and stuff like that. But
you know what I just remembered?
Yeah, what?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say we're also talking now a lot about theater superstitions because we are both actors. And so we're talking a lot about superstitions when it comes to the theater. But if you've got superstitions, feel free to drop them in chat. We'd love to know what you're superstitious about.
I was going to say, it's before I guess I dive into the theater superstitions. I just remembered there was one that I thought was kind of cool, well, interesting at least, called 3 on a match, in which, you know, you don't light 3 cigarettes with the same match. You know, you can light 1 or 2, but never to 3 because it could result in some disastrous consequences.
Interesting.
That one actually goes back to, I think World War II, I want to say, but because you were in the trenches, and if you left the light on too long, then of course you'd get shot. So they're worried about, you know, for snipers. So that's where the superstition came in. But I thought that was kind of cool. And there's one from the Midwest where the first person to leave a funeral is the next person to die.
So
I definitely heard that one.
Oh yeah. Well, that sucks because I often leave a funeral first. So I should be dead by now. Speedy says, I actually recently decided to stop knocking on wood because it felt too egotistical to think I had that much influence over the universe. That is kind of crazy.
I like that. Yeah.
There are some things with my favorite sports team I can't quit, though. Yeah, that's true. You just got to do it. It's part of the game.
Some things are sacred. I get it.
Yeah, it's part of the game. I mean, we were talking about, so we're actors. We never say good luck to each other. We never do that. We always say break a leg, because good luck is like a jinx in theater.
Like we know the irrationality of it, but we still do it.
Yeah, Mariah, we did talk about that one. The whole it comes in threes. Death and babies comes in threes for sure. But yeah, I literally just noticed the Office backdrop. Yeah, it was because people kept quoting, "I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious." Yeah. And so
it felt fitting.
Yeah,
it felt fitting.
Just makes sense. But yeah, no, it's pretty great. Yo, thanks so much for the follow, Speedy. I appreciate it. Welcome to I don't know what we're calling it yet, but welcome to the show. Welcome to that 20-somethings show, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for hanging in. But another theater one that I didn't even think of until recently is the Ghost Light.
The Ghost Light.
Yeah, the Ghost Light. You're hopping off. Alrighty, Matt. Have a good rest and sleep well for me. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, man. Maybe we can play some Minecraft together or something. That'd be super fun.
Good night, Matt.
But yeah, good night. Thanks for modding, and you've been awesome. But yeah, the Ghost Light is a huge thing. You always leave that one light. Oh, you'll be doing sunshine tomorrow. Awesome. Sounds good. I'll hang out with you then. Alrighty, Linz. Have a good night as well. Catch you later. It's just that shift, I guess. Everybody's.
Yeah.
It's time for people to go to bed.
I get it. It's pretty late over there.
Yeah, for sure. But good night, Linz. Thanks so much for hanging out with us for a while. But anyway, so the Ghost Light, we always leave one light on in the theater. Sometimes it's an actual light fixture. And sometimes it's just a light bulb that we have on a stand. Yeah, no, you don't smell bad. It's fine, Speedy. No, you're fine. We're on the East Coast and I'm a grandma. Yeah, that's true. For sure. We're night owls. So
nice.
We got a little bit left in us. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging with us, guys. And Speedy, you are more than welcome in here. You don't smell bad at all, at least not from where I'm sitting. So you're absolutely
doesn't bother me.
I just realized that we're at 77 followers right now, which has to be lucky in some sort of way. If we're talking about
2 sevens, yeah.
If we're talking about superstitions, there's lucky number 7, and we've got it twice, so that's great. So yeah, but. Anyway, I've also seen the Ghost Light as just literally like a light bulb on a stand.
Yes.
And I think that one's kind of cool. Or do they cancel each other out? Ooh. Get out of here, Linz. Go. Bye for real. You don't smell bad, but did he really wash his hair today? Yes, I did. I washed my hair. It's floofy.
Good for you.
It's floofy. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they do cancel each other out. That's it, Speedy. Leave. Unfollow. I'm just kidding. Don't do it.
You and your math.
you jinxed us. What are we gonna do now? Knock on something. I'm just. But yeah. What other theater superstitions are there? I've heard that every
peacock feathers.
Oh yeah.
You can't have peacock feathers on stage, which is funny because we did Clue the musical, and how can you not have peacock
with
feathers?
Mrs. Peacock. Right? It's so true.
We took one for the team that time around.
Oh,
you risked it.
I just forgot about a huge one, but you don't say you don't ever reference the Scottish play.
Oh, right.
You don't
never inside.
Inside a theater, you're never allowed to say Macbeth. And like the show Macbeth itself is like cursed. It's a cursed show.
Yeah. The Superstitions podcast has an episode dedicated to that, I think.
Oh, that's
I remember.
awesome.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have a link for that podcast? If you do,
Uh,
is there any way you could drop it in chat or something?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, give me a sec.
If not, you can. I'll put it in the Discord later.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Go ahead. I'll...
Macbeth is the worst. So yeah, Macbeth is it's kind of a cursed play of sorts, and there are lots of stories, and I mean it's too common to ignore. There are lots of stories about things going wrong to shows when they're doing Macbeth, like different theater companies that do that show. Things go wrong when they do it, and so in the theater world, it's just this cursed show, which is pretty interesting. And I actually had the opportunity to do Macbeth. I played Macbeth, and Pablo, we had that experience where, so talk about a curse. The stage that we were doing it on, above it. Oh, thanks so much. So that is the.
I think that's it. Just let me know if it goes through.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that is the link for the Superstition podcast.
It's a pretty cool one, so check it out.
Yeah.
You also do a cool one with Fairy Tales, same company, super good.
That's awesome. Yeah, you would think, but it's also like a real thing a little bit here and there, Speedy. So when we did Macbeth, the stage that we were on was part of a religious university, and so they had a how many pounds is the cross? It's like
400.
Yeah, it's like 400 pounds. They had a 400-pound cross hanging above the stage.
Honestly, it was a good visual of Catholic guilt, just like hanging on.
Yeah, just, the way it is. And so when we did the show Macbeth, we were working on the set, and this 400-pound cross, the bar for it and the actual pulley system and everything broke. And so this 400-pound cross came crashing to the ground, and the bar came crashing, and like all of this crazy stuff. It was kind of ridiculous, and it just shows that what a weird thing to happen on a Macbeth set. Of course, it's the cursed play. Why not?
Right.
But it is just a bad idea to begin with.
And
but,
a couple years before that, we were doing Pippin, and I'm sure you heard, because you have Dr. Halsters as one of your professors, but I wasn't there when that conversation took place, but I heard about it, like that he meant, he was talking about Macbeth, but I don't know if he was talking about it skeptically or not, but he definitely mentioned it in the dressing room. And then later on during that rehearsal, I was getting, I was doing a quick change, so I went to the dressing room, and you could still hear like the musical and all the stuff going on stage, because they turned the PA system on and the mics, and so all of a sudden you just hear like a big like thump, like it was almost like on the button of the song, like it was almost like perfectly timed, but he took just one step too far. There was no safety net. He fell all the way down the pit and fell like on the piano, and no, it was crazy.
It's a curse. I'm telling you, I'm not superstitious about stuff, but like
I'm a little stitious.
I'm not gonna say Macbeth in a theater. Like,
it's more like all right, I'm not superstitious, but there definitely seems to be like some odds going on, so I'd rather not mess with those.
I may not be superstitious, but at the same time, I
don't want to be the idiot that dooms us all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tempt it. Like if it happens, and it's my fault. That's the worst.
I'm not rolling those dice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it does sound like it's exactly what you expected to happen. Yeah, maybe there's a secret society of people that go around keeping the bit going. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious. I imagine they wear robes with hoods.
There's one that you can't whistle, because back then that's how you would communicate, through whistling.
That's true. That's a big thing too.
But I forgot who it was. Like I don't know if it was Randy. Randy was telling us about someone else that did it, but he was referencing it. But he said that somebody went backstage and went, "How about that Macbeth?"
Jeez, nice.
Which I think that's funny.
That's great. Way to go. Yeah, whistling in a theater, that actually does come from stuff, which is interesting. You know, the Macbeth thing, that's like
Yeah.
the cursed show, whatever that means. But the whistling in a theater thing comes from the fact that you, as a stagehand, you used to communicate by whistling back and forth.
Right.
And so if you, an actor, were whistling backstage, then you were unknowingly communicating, and you know, a set piece could drop on
Yeah,
stage,
dude, accidents could happen
that's,
easily like that.
that's not good. So yeah, that's where that whistling thing comes from. That just makes sense. So Mariah says, I don't really believe or not believe in ghosts and stuff, but you know what I don't do? Play with Ouija boards and say Macbeth in the theater. That is true, Mariah. There you go. Yeah.
I don't believe in it, but I do keep it safe. I play it safe.
I may not believe in it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to just go out of
Right.
my way to attempt it.
Who am I to say it's not real?
Yeah, right? Exactly. Precisely. Are there any other, so like a ton of theaters are haunted, and that's a huge superstition and huge
And
thing.
I mean, the thing is, you know why theaters can easily be haunted is because it just garners so much energy from what's going on. You know, you definitely have, like, I don't know, like actual lifespans like done on stage, you know, like with a story or what have you. But you know, the whole leaving it all on stage definitely carries some weight. You know, there's a lot of energy going on.
I left everything, including my soul, on stage.
I'm just a vessel now.
Ooh, that I want that line somewhere. That's great. I'm just
the vessel now.
I'm just a vessel now. Like, you could just totally, just dead eyes. Like, I love that.
Just black eyes.
Ooh, I'm here for it.
Oh, did you know? Okay, this is horrible. But
Okay.
originally, the stepping on the crack will make your break your mother's back.
That's the one.
Thank you. I didn't want to say the wrong one because, like, originally it was a much more of a racist thing. Like, they said it would make your mother black.
Oh,
Like, I looked that up.
no way. That's
Yeah.
super weird. I've
No,
never,
but it's
I've
cra-
never even
it's crazy
heard
how-
that before.
No, it's crazy how that, you know, stemmed all the way back from, you know, that.
Racism. Everything stems from racism, Pablo.
Oh well,
Don't
yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely.
But the Middle Ages never happened, so it's fine.
It was the gas leak year.
Yeah, it was made up. It was all a big hoax. Why did I sound a little like Obama when I said that?
Oh,
it was a big hoax.
Hoax.
Just stupid. Why are we doing this? But,
Why not?
Why not?
Everybody likes a good throwback.
Yeah, for sure. Is that a hydrate from Mariah? Cheers to Mariah once more for the hydrate.
I think you have like more than one here.
Yeah, right? Thank you, Mariah, for that hydrate. We appreciate it.
I refilled this during the break. I'm almost
Stand
done.
hydrated. No, we gotta pee again. It's gonna be a bad time. But yeah, thank you very much, Mariah, for that hydration, keeping us from being dehydrated.
My skin will thank you.
My skin will just
Scaly skin.
my skin will just be leaking out sugar because I'm just drinking sweet tea. Like, I'm sweating sugar right now.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh.
Take a shower.
Okay. Well, I did, but I will again. Sure. But yeah. So, what other random superstitions do you have, Pablo? I think we've covered all the theater ones, unless you
At least
can think of
the
another one.
main theater ones. Yeah, because
Green it is, my man. Speedy. There you go. But yeah, I think those are the main. Woohoo! I think those are the main theater ones. I'm trying to think. What? Oh, we didn't really. So I know we talked about like Friday the 13th, but we didn't really discuss the 13th floor and the number 13, just in general.
yeah,
Being like a huge no-no.
yeah. Well, I mean that I don't know. Like, I'm not exactly sure where it stems from, but you know, it stems from, depending on the culture, I suppose. I've heard famously that it comes from like The Last Supper. That's one reference they often go to.
Oh, okay. As Mitch Hedberg once said, people on the 14th floor, you know what floor you're really on. True.
Yes.
So 100%. That's paranoia to the extreme, though.
You know,
like,
what makes me paranoid at work? It's a high-rise building, so it's like 39 floors plus, the sky, the rooftop and all the machinery going on.
Yeah, so 38 floors.
So,
let's be honest.
it's no, like it's 39 is all residential and then on top, so it just kind of makes it like a 40 thing.
Oh, got you. So 39 floors because they skip 13, right?
No, that's what I'm getting at. They have the 13th floor.
What?
And I get a little nervous when I'm in elevators, only because depending on how high I'm going, and it's not that I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of the possibility of falling from them.
Yeah, Mariah, doesn't that make sense? There were 13 people at the Last Supper. Yeah, when he said that, I was like, there were 12. Oh, yeah, no, there were 13. I'm an idiot. like, Pablo, you moron, there were 12.
Oh, you're right.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, wait, there were 13. You're right, Mariah. It definitely took me a minute to put that together. But yeah.
Similar with the funeral one, they say that if there's a group of 13 people, the first person to get up and leave, that's the next person to die. So it's kind of similar with the funeral one too.
Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I'll take that. I'll accept.
Yeah, but I do find it fascinating that some buildings actually do remove the number 13 from their
numbering system. Yeah.
From the numbering system. But I was kind of concerned at the fact that they kept the one in this building, because I'm in California, so often I think there better not be an earthquake when I'm delivering a package here, please, God. No.
Right? That's actually really funny. So I know a lot of I know a lot of buildings just won't put it in their numbering system. Like a lot of hotels and stuff. Like
right.
I've been in a ton of buildings that just don't have a 13th floor. They do.
Yeah,
obviously.
like you said, it's very common with hotels.
But something that I always thought as a child was, do you guys know Tom Segura?
Not personally. Boy, I wish.
Yeah, right? No, I think I do. He had a pretty extensive bit in his last Netflix special railing on superstitions, like really hard.
Yeah, we watched that one.
Did we?
You showed me that one.
Okay, I have been watching a ton of comedians lately, and I'm getting them all confused. So I'll have to go back and rewatch his, because that's pretty funny.
It was like early COVID.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it for sure. But yeah, that's awesome. I do remember Tom Segura. Somebody brought up Mike Birbiglia the other day.
Really?
Yeah, because I did something and they were like, wow, you just really sounded like Mike Birbiglia. And I'm like,
I love Mike
I'll take that as a compliment. Okay, thank you. But yeah. Anyway.
Actually, we were talking about Tom Segura yesterday in a different call I had.
Nice. That's awesome. But yeah, so one of the things that I thought as a child was that there was a 13th floor to these buildings, but it was abandoned, which made that that superstition even creepier to me.
Yeah.
That buildings would build a 12th and a 13th and a 14th floor, and the elevator wouldn't even go to the 13th. Like, it was that off limits. And that's
I love that.
That's what I thought as a kid, and I kind of like that idea. And nobody on stream steal this, because Pablo and I are definitely going to turn it into something.
We call dibs.
We call dibs. It's ours. Your girlfriend is sitting next to you. Says you sort of talk like John Mulaney. Boy, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that one. I get that quite often, actually. But yeah.
You have your Billy Crystal moments too.
Do I really? That's
sometimes.
That's actually really funny. That one I've never heard. But yeah, I definitely get John Mulaney a lot, and he is John Mulaney. Yeah, actually, some exciting news. A fellow friend streamer is somebody out of LA, and he's a music producer and stuff like that. For those of you who are new and who don't know, I also stream music, hence the piano in the background and the guitars. You know, I like music too. And so I stream music on Thursdays, and this fellow streamer wanted to interview me for his channel. And I'm like, that would be super awesome. I would absolutely love to do that. But the first thing he said was like, cool, that'll be great. You'll have to do some John Mulaney lines for us. And I'm like, thanks. That's what I'm known for. Apparently, I'm just John Mulaney. It'll be great. It's super fun. But yeah, I have been watching a lot of John Mulaney lately just to kind of perfect the voice, you know? But yeah, my natural voice just sounds a little like John Mulaney. So it is what it is. Pablo, you seem very deep in whatever you're
Sorry,
doing
I was
right now.
responding to a text.
Oh, how dare you right now?
It was my sister. I have a nephew.
Aw. Yeah, that's right. You do. It's important. It's fine.
I don't. Even if it's just a picture, I'm gonna look at it. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so
My priorities have shifted.
so here's the thing. We make a short film about the 13th floor.
Short, honey, we can make a feature length one. That's got some nice depth to it.
Feature length film about the 13th floor, and the 13th floor is haunted with other superstitions like a black cat and a broken mirror and all of these things.
I want it to be a straight up serious thriller or horror, but it's got Steve Martin and Martin Short in it.
That's great. Yeah, so Speedy says, sorry, she did the equivalent of asking a taller person if they play basketball. Yes. But yeah, Pleasantly Purple, I have outgrown the Macaulay Culkin, thank goodness. When I
so
was...
has Macaulay, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, so has Macaulay Culkin. But yeah, when I was really young, when I was so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. It's a Beatles reference.
Get out of here.
I'm sorry. It's getting late and I'm tired. But anyway, no. When I was younger, I used to get people saying that I looked exactly like Macaulay Culkin, and they used to ask me to take my glasses off and literally do this. Because I looked that much like Macaulay Culkin. And they were like, the only Macaulay Culkin thing I know is Home Alone. And so I would do the Home Alone face all the time. It was great. At least I have one of those faces that people are like, ha, you look like, instead of, looking ugly.
You look like shit.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I really enjoy the fact that you said that to me right now.
No, I mean, not a bad day. Like on your you pulled an all-nighter kind of thing.
In a good way. Shit. You look like shit in like the best way possible. No, get out of here. But yeah, anyway.
That was rude. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's Pick on Sundance Day, whatever. But yeah. So, I don't know, being invisible has its perks too. I could just walk straight into a movie theater, no questions asked. That's true. I've always been one for the spotlight, though.
Didn't sound menacing at all.
That does sound a little sketchy, Speedy, but I'm gonna trust you here.
Is this one of those see something?
And you should report it. Yeah.
You should report. See something, say something. Is that it?
I mean, I buy a ticket, but I assume it's just because I'm basic. No, there is something to be said about blending in with the crowd. That is.
See,
nice.
I audition for shows because I can't afford a ticket.
That's true. I have always, clearly been one for the spotlight. And so I enjoy being recognized, even if it's for weird reasons. I'm fine with that kind of stuff. I enjoy it. It's fun. But yeah, I still wanted to talk about our 13 movie. I'm
Yeah,
like
go
really,
for it. Let's
I'm,
do this.
I'm really,
Let's do this.
I'm really here for it. I'm kind of jazzed about it, and something you'll come to know is Pablo and I do this often, where we'll have a really good idea and we'll talk it out, and then we will literally never come back to it again.
I write it down. I don't touch it again, but I write it down.
I write it down. It's there.
I know I can go back to it if I ever do.
Correct. And it's there for when we do become famous. And then, you know,
we have enough pull to go like, all right, now what do we want to do?
Yeah, now let's open up our dusty book of ideas and, you know, crack open.
It's a binder with a bunch of Post-its in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So, yeah, the 13 movie, I feel like it would have to center around a group of teenagers because that's how all horror films work.
That's how you sell a horror movie.
That's how you sell a horror movie, is by targeting a group of teenagers.
I don't know, dude. I think it should be like a mom squad kind of thing. Like, just have a group of moms, like soccer moms, and put them in a horror situation. I'd watch it.
There you go. Okay, so here we go, Speedy. We were actually talking about that earlier. When it's tails up, we don't pick it up, but we do flip it so that it's heads up and leave it for the next person. Because, you know, if it's heads up, we pick it up for good luck. But if it's tails up, we want to pass on the good luck to somebody else. So that's what we do when it's tails up. And I heard that somewhere down along the line, and I definitely fell in love with that idea. I was like, oh, that's what a cool
I
idea.
love that.
Because I always like finding heads up pennies. You know, it's a super fun thing to do. But you know, when they're tails up, it's kind of unfortunate. But you just gotta flip it over for the next person. It's super fun. Yeah, don't worry about it. We like to repeat ourselves and get on tangents. So feel free to just talk about whatever, Speedy.
Yeah.
Don't.
I'm sorry. Have you seen this show?
We haven't talked a ton about Black Cats. We mentioned it briefly.
mentioned it.
But
yeah.
do we know where that comes from?
That was like the first episode on the podcast for me, but I don't quite remember.
Oh, how dare you!
Bit.
Yeah, Black Cats for me is something that's weird.
Sailors, however, consider it good luck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder why. Huh.
Yeah, that's all I remember now. Like, sailors consider it good luck.
That is interesting. Speedy, do you know why Black Cats are unlucky?
I think it's just because they're associated with witches, but that's just one take.
Yeah, I know they're associated with witches. Yeah, there you go. Speedy says witches. Gotta be. It's gotta be.
Oh, you know what? Because there was also another point where people were so superstitious about it that they killed off cats, which brought up the mice and rat population, which brought in the Black Plague.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's super weird. I like that. That's an interesting fact about history. I saw a TikTok about that. The things you find on TikTok these days, man. It's crazy.
TikTok's got everything.
Man, I could get into TikTok. TikTok has everything. I flipped pages on the TikTok. Did you?
Honey, I'm reading the TikTok.
I'm reading the TikTok. How do I get to the next page in the TikTok? It won't flip.
How do I can't make the text bigger. How do I do this?
Oh, I love that. That's great. Oh, but yeah, Black Cats for me are interesting. I also have heard that people. So I don't. I've never owned a cat because my mother is deathly allergic to cats, and I'm mildly allergic to cats too. I get a little bit stuffed up, and I get a little bit puffy around my eyes and itchy and stuff. But yeah, exactly. But so anyway, I've never owned a cat, but I hear from cat owners that have black cats that black cats are absolutely terrifying at night.
Oh.
because you'll look over and they're silent. You know, cats are really quiet, and all of a sudden you'll look over to just a pair of eyes looking at you, and it's like, that's terrifying. I don't care who you are. That's awful. Sad fact time. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh, I don't know that I'm prepared to read this comment. Okay, here we go.
I don't have alcohol with me, but go ahead.
Okay, black dogs are significantly less likely to be adopted for no other reason than people don't like the black fur. Aw,
What?
we adopted
Oh,
a black
no.
dog and she's perfect. I bet.
Dude, we had a black lab growing
I
up.
love black labs.
yeah.
I was about to say black labs are awesome.
It's like, how do you not like black dogs?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I guess for me, it's totally not about color, as much as it is 100% about personality. Like there are certain dogs, there are certain breeds that I'm like, I don't like you as a dog. You're not a fun dog. I'm sorry. Like in general, I like dogs. I'm a pretty big dog person.
I don't know.
But
I think the dog has to try really hard for me not to like that.
well, yeah,
to be completely
you're
honest with you.
you're okay with little shits running around. I'm not. I like my dog to be super friendly. I don't like.
I want it to be like able to protect me should it come to it.
Yeah. I guess the super friendly dogs aren't much for guard dogs for sure.
I want to put a sign right outside the house saying "Beware of dog. Don't step on it."
Don't step on it. He's a lazy loaf. Don't step on him. That's great. That's actually really funny. I would definitely see you with a sign like that. But yeah, so I think a lot of times circling back to the black cats thing. A lot of times black cats can also be kind of associated with spirits and stuff like that because it's just a pair of eyes in the dark.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's what I hear from a lot of my cat owning friends. But I don't know if that's so much of a common superstition or if it's just a them thing.
Or just an observation.
Just an observation that their cats are literal demons. But you know, whatever. Yeah, it is kind of fascinating to think about. So speaking of demons in the nighttime, what do you think about
Ooh.
yeah.
That's a band name right there.
Yeah, that's a punk band. Demons in the nighttime. Okay, hold on. Yeah, our dog in the backyard is invisible at night. Yeah, that's so true. And you shine a flashlight or something, and it's just two bright dots. It's so creepy. Yeah, no kidding. What's the superstition about people saying rabbit, rabbit, rabbit on the first of each month?
I'm not familiar.
I'm
familiar with somebody. I'm familiar with a different one where they have to say rabbit backwards, like Tibber, or Tibar.
Why? What?
I don't know. Like
What?
I definitely
Well,
I remember.
I've never heard-
No, I remember vaguely a superstition of somebody having to say rabbit backwards.
I've never heard of any of these things. I've never heard of the rabbit, rabbit, rabbit on the first of each month, and I've never heard of Tibbert. That's super weird. I don't know. I don't know where it stems from, and I've never heard of anybody doing it, so I can't.
Groundhog Day, dude. Is Groundhog Day? Groundhog Day would be a superstitious thing, right?
Well, the groundhog like telling you that you have to suck it up for 6 more weeks of winter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to kill Punxsutawney Phil. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready to murder him. Listen.
I'm sorry.
I'm sick and tired of winter. I'm done with it. I'm getting my angst out.
I was gonna say
on
that just came out of nowhere.
Listen, I lived for today. It was 40 degrees, and I was out in short sleeves. I'm like, let's go. This is a good day.
Fire up the grill.
We just barely mentioned it at the very beginning of the
I
stream.
realized we've hardly even spoken about like Lucky Charms. We've talked about
Yeah.
superstitions, but not so much
let's talk about some Lucky Charms. You see it on Facebook each month. What a weird thing.
that's odd.
I've never seen it. That's just super interesting. I'll have to do some digging into that one and figure out. Go down the proverbial rabbit hole on that one. Have you guys talked about rabbits' feet being lucky? So yeah, let's talk about it. But so yeah, a lucky rabbit's foot, which I think is a little bit morbid. Personally, like of all the Lucky Charms, I think the rabbit's foot is the grossest. But you know, whatever. Well, it's there. So yeah, do you know where that stemmed from?
No,
'Cause
I'm sure somebody mentioned it to me, but I just
So I know a lot of Lucky Charms, and based on the
Now I
cereal.
want a bowl of Lucky Charms.
Yeah, what?
I'm an animal.
I love how we all kind of came to that conclusion at the same time, even in chat. That was great.
God, I need some Lucky Charms in my life right now.
Yeah, me too. Lucky Charms is my favorite type of cereal to this day. I am an adult who will literally eat all of the cardboard pieces first and then save all of the marshmallows till last so I can just eat spoonfuls of
I love how you
marshmallow.
call them
Cardboard.
I love how you call them cardboard.
That's what they are, right? I mean,
Wasn't there like a promotional one that it was all charms?
I would live for that. Like, that is my type of cereal. Just
I'm
marshmallows
a Trix guy
in
actually.
milk. Okay.
I like Trix
Yeah.
because it's clearly because they say it's just for kids. So now I want it more.
Now I want it more. Yeah, you know. Okay, so let's talk about Lucky Charms. Psh, tricks are far inferior. True, he's got a point.
Art is subjective.
Captain
Let's go.
Crunch for life. Okay, Captain Crunch always cut up the roof of my mouth, though.
But the Crunch Berries made it worth it.
But the Crunch, that's true. The Crunch Berries did make it worth it. But Captain Crunch definitely.
Remember the peanut butter ones? That one was good.
Are you talking about peanut butter Captain Crunch, or are you talking about Reese's
Yeah, that was
Puffs?
good.
Oh,
Those were also good.
Reese's Puffs is delicious. Survival of the fittest.
Oh my god, dude! I'm not kidding. Let's make an episode on our kids' cereals. Like that's
Right? That's great. But yeah, so let's talk about Lucky Charms. Not the cereal, but rather the actual thing. So I definitely know why 4-leaf clovers are lucky. I definitely know why the horseshoe is lucky.
I once found a four-leaf clover once.
Really? I've never
Yeah.
found one. I've been given one before, but I've never found one.
No, I got lucky that day.
That's awesome.
But
Yeah.
no, I found it that day. And that was awesome.
Yeah, so 4-leaf clovers are obviously lucky because they're rare. They're few and far between.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me. That superstition, that lucky charm is great. Horseshoes I love because you put the horseshoe in a U shape above your door to catch all the luck. I love that. That's a great idea.
And the thing is, I don't know, I don't know. I see it with the U shape. That's the way I choose to see it. But I've heard it both ways, where it's like the U shape, or if it's the other, where you have it pouring over you, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I definitely think it's the U shape. I think that's how
That's where I go with it.
Yeah. So Speedy said, I one time split a wishbone directly down the center. Which
That's crazy.
I don't know how that's possible, but I'm here for it, man. That's awesome. That's crazy. So who won? Who got their wish? I'm so confused.
Both.
Both? Is that even possible?
Let's think on the positive.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So yeah, like I know of those, but the lucky rabbit's foot to me still confuses me. I'm like, why is the rabbit's foot lucky? I don't get the
Clearly not lucky enough that he got killed.
True. Clearly, that's what I'm saying. I think we both died of dysentery. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
I love how a ton of people
What
know
was in
that
that
reference. What was in that turkey? Dysentery. But yeah, I love how a lot of people know that reference. That's just a common pop culture reference from Oregon Trail that I'm super into.
There's a street in around Ramon's neighborhood. I think it's called the Oregon Trail. If I remember correctly.
I wonder if that's where it started.
It's a very small street.
Sure. Yeah, but maybe it was part of an Oregon Trail at one point in time. There's that road in Illinois called Stagecoach Trail. It goes all over the place in Illinois.
Yeah.
It was probably, most likely, a stagecoach trail at one point in time. So yeah, I mean, it very well could have been part of the Oregon Trail.
That's true.
Legitimately.
That's true.
It's crazy. Now that we're done on that Oregon Trail stuff, do you guys
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Do you guys have any lucky charms? Do I have any lucky charms? Not really. I mean,
I have.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I have a pocket jade stone. It's really just for stress. Like that's what they sell it for. Like and uh, I got it in Canada, but it's you just there's like a little indent where you use with your thumb. You just rub it over and over, and it's just kind of like as a stress reliever. So I use it for a lot, but I always carry it with me. I always have to carry it with me.
I have certain socks, lucky socks that I wear to like auditions and stuff, or when I feel like I need a pick me up in my life. I wear these lucky socks, but other than that, I don't really have any like daily lucky charms or anything like that I keep on me at all times. But yeah, like a little bit of luckiness in the socks.
I carry my umbilical cord.
Ah! Slightly strange there.
It's part of a necklace.
Ew. I don't like that at all. That makes me uncomfy. I have lucky shoes that I wear during football games. They're pretty reliable. That's nice. So, what are you watching football? If that wasn't obvious, yeah. What's your team, Speedy? I gotta know.
I was gonna say, what happens if they're worn out?
Mm-hmm. The Denver Broncos, huh? That's awesome. I have a friend who's a huge Denver Broncos fan. I'm a Bears fan because I grew up around Chicago, so I'm a Bears fan. I was wearing these shoes when they won Super Bowl 50. Nice. That's awesome. Oh, no, I'm very sorry. Don't be sorry. It's my pride. Pleasantly Purple says, rabbit's foot being lucky has to do with their reproductive habits. It's about fertility. Ah, yes.
That makes sense. A lot of Mexicans have those.
No, that also makes sense in the way that we talk about sex and we say that we get lucky.
Oh.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
As a little, yeah, so literally getting lucky. Speedy and I are on the same page today. We are here for it. Jinx! No, don't jinx me. Knock on
Gotcha.
wood. You can't do it. But yeah. No, that's great. Yeah. So that's super funny. But yeah, that does make sense with rabbit's feet, I guess. Now it's all about that. Are you getting sleepy, my guy?
No, it's just a random yawn.
I hate when that happens. They're the worst.
It's my 9:18 yawn.
Ah,
I schedule my yawns.
now we know what time zone he's in.
I have a system.
No, but yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's super cool. What? So you were talking about how you have a stone, like a one of those stones that you kind of keep in your pocket.
It's a pocket stone.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome. Is there anything that you've had other than that?
Other than that?
Yeah, in your life before that has like
I used the 4-leaf clover. I used to carry that around until one day I lost it. Sadly.
Yeah, because I know. So Speedy, since you are unfamiliar, and anybody else who's unfamiliar, Pablo and I both had the same. We went to the same college, and so we had the same acting professor. And I know he is really into Canada and Vancouver, and he carries around a Canadian toonie in his pocket. Yeah. And that's kind of his good luck thing, which is kind of cool. I know a lot of people that carry around stuff in their pockets for luck. I use my pockets for things that I need on the daily basis.
Yeah.
That's what I do. No.
Mine's in my coat pocket, so it's like
oh yeah, that's fine.
Frees up my pants pockets.
Makes sense. It's perfect. Oh, I already knew that. I read minds. Oh, I'm super glad, Speedy. That's awesome. That is super cool. You made a wish at 11:11 once and got that power.
I always try. If it happens that I'm around that time, I wait up for my wish.
There you go, 11:11. Speaking of which, we just missed it here in my time.
You did.
You did. I got a couple more hours. Yeah. Oops, I missed it by 9 minutes, but oh well. I'll get back on it eventually. Yeah. It happens twice a day. I'm here for it. Yeah, that is another one, another huge one, making a wish at 11:11. I actually like it better, not when it's 11:11, but when it's 12:34.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I like that one. I know that one's not as common, but that's my favorite clock time. Like, I like that a lot.
It's visually pleasing for sure.
Yeah, it's just a 1, 2, 3, 4. You know. As an Illinoisan, do you know Augustana College? I mean, I've heard of it. I'm familiar. I've never really seen it. Or
Gotten the
anything.
letters, yes.
I've gotten the letters. Yes, absolutely.
Nice brochures.
Yeah, they have a delightful campus. But
The font choice was delicious.
delicious for a font choice. That's great. No, I'm familiar with Augustana. I've never really visited or anything like that, so I don't know much about it. But why do you ask, Speedy? I'm super into why you want to know. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm trying to think. I for a while I did carry around a pocket stone that was a little bit lucky. And what else? I don't really have anything. I don't have anything. I'm not a very lucky person.
Or maybe just lucky enough you don't need an object.
Yeah, there you go. I am my own lucky charm.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, the 2 times that I've been to a Cubs baseball game, the Cubs won, so I'm their lucky charm.
You know what luck is?
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Luck is preparation meets opportunity.
That is true. That is true. So Speedy says, me and the girlfriend met there. Just curious, not sure if there are any good superstitions there. I guess there is a bell tower you're supposed to kiss under, and you marry that person or something. That's cool. I don't think my college has any superstitions. We just have a bunch of phallic symbols and statues everywhere. Seriously, it's ridiculous.
I think it's mostly financial, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, it's so stupid. Oh, yeah. Yeah, our tuition increased so they can build another penis statue somewhere. I don't know if that word gets me demonetized, but I'm here for it. Whatever.
Penis or statue?
Yeah. Well, either way, we're demonetized now.
What if we said schlong? Can we say schlong?
No, I don't go to the University of Wisconsin. I'm actually in Dubuque. I'm at the University of Dubuque, Iowa. Growth. They have a nice big penis statue outside the football stadium. Oh, for sure. You know. Doesn't help that their mascot's the Badgers. Anyway.
Oh my God! Did you remember? I don't know. Did you ever see that joke in Family Guy where they go to Washington D.C. and they go, "Hey, look, there's the Washington Monument," you know, and it shows you the Washington Monument and it says, "And there's the Obama Monument." It's like right next to it. It's black and it's bigger.
Yeah, I have seen that one. That was dumb. I love it.
So dumb, but I loved it.
It's great. Oh. Anyway, so do you have any more random superstitions or anything?
Not that I can just think of off my head, but we did mention quite a lot.
Yeah, we did. It's getting a little late for us, so I think we're about to wrap things up. Oh no, we didn't talk about 666. We didn't talk about those demons. Not up in here.
No.
This is the house of God.
Yo, we can make a sequel episode. It's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm super.
There's
super
so many
here.
things we've definitely not touched.
Yeah, I would love to dive into the. Actually, that might be a topic for another.
This.
Because a lot of superstition kind of goes hand in hand with the supernatural.
Yeah.
And I'd love to talk more about the supernatural and stuff. So I think we need to do a sister episode, so to speak.
Yeah, that's the yes, exactly.
With the supernatural. So I think that's definitely coming up in our repertoire pretty soon here. But I am going to say that it is getting... How often do you guys stream? So we stream this particular show weekly. So every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time is when we stream that 20-somethings show. I also do other things. I typically, if my stream labs isn't broken, I stream Minecraft on Mondays. I'm going to try to stream Minecraft tomorrow, though. And then I always do a live music stream on Thursdays as well. So I try to stream about 4 days a week. But yeah, those other things are just me. But Pablo here joins for That 20-somethings show. And yeah, so this is Pablo, and I'm Sundance.
How's it going?
I'm Sundance. I'm the owner of the channel. And so, yeah. Yeah, stop by anytime. We are super glad to have you in here. Thank you so much for chatting with us and everything. We really appreciate it. Speaking of which, I do want to shout out to the folks on YouTube. If you guys are watching over on our YouTube channel, thanks so much for the support. And feel free to drop comments down in the comment page. We
read those.
Yeah, we read those. We like those.
We have the time.
So thanks so much, Speedy. I appreciate that.
Oh, thanks, man.
But yeah, I just realized you said we have the time. We have no lives.
We're not going
we love
anywhere.
to read your comments. But yeah, feel free to, if you are watching over on YouTube, please follow us on Facebook at That 20-somethings show to catch up on all of our latest streams, when they'll be and what they'll be about.
Ring the bell icon.
Yeah, ring that bell icon on YouTube. And if you can, please come on over to Twitch and try to catch us live. We love participating in chat. We love hearing your guys' thoughts right on the spot, being a part of our show and everything. But thank you guys so much for all of your support. Again, Speedy, thanks so much for that follow as well today. That's awesome. But with that, I think that is going to be it for us. So, Pablo,
yes,
would you like to send us out?
Yes, cool. Well, again, guys, this was a very fun talk. It's great to see, but talk to all of you guys. And, let's make sure, let's have some more fun next week. So stick around and have a good week. And remember, this is the 20-something show, and turtles are best for hopscotch.
Some. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really